Thailand, there's this cemetery, and locals swear it's nothing like the others. The thing is, there are around 400 nameless graves here. The identities of these people were never established. What's chilling is that not one relative or friend was ever able to identify the dead, so their names stayed unknown forever. That's exactly why, over the years, all kinds of chilling legends have grown around this place. Some say they've seen featureless silhouettes here late at night. Others swear they heard someone singing, as if the voice were coming from inside a grave. Wanting to test those stories, a few brave guys decided to run an extremely risky experiment. They tried to make contact with the spirits of the nameless graves. At exactly 3 in the morning, one of them lay down inside an empty grave. And you know what? He captured this. Watch closely. According to the guy, the touch was absolutely real. Locals believe a ghost was trying to drive him off, not letting him lie among the dead and disturb their peace. Of course, there's no proof of that, but plenty of people think the same. So what do you say? A staged fake? Or something that really didn't want him in that grave? We all love a wholesome dog video, but this vlogger who posts cute moments with her dog Maggie recently gave her followers a scare. Not long ago, during a photo shoot in a forest not far from Amsterdam, something happened that makes your blood run cold. See for yourself.
You're gonna make the best dirty bird. Whoa. Oh my god. Holy shit. Is he okay? Are you okay? Alles gut?
That sound clearly terrified both Maggie and her owner. The girl later wrote on social media that it was the creepiest thing she's ever filmed. She says she called the police and walked back several times with Maggie near the spot where she thought that blood-curdling scream had come from.
You're gonna make the best dirty bird. Whoa.
What doesn't add up is that officers combed the entire area too and still found no one. So what could possibly make a sound like that in an ordinary, quiet forest? In Indonesia, there's a hospital that's been rumored to be haunted for years. Nurses say a boy was once treated there, but sadly he didn't make it. Ever since, some of them claim they've seen him in the hallways and the wards. There was never any proof of that, until one evening a nurse watching a patient through a security camera noticed something strange on the screen. Pay close attention. A dark, featureless silhouette the size of a child appears in the ward out of nowhere. But what's disturbing is that nobody else seems to see him. The patient's relatives walk calmly past the figure, and even straight through it, as if it isn't there at all. So, was it just a trick of the light? Or the spirit of that little boy, still wandering the hospital and not realizing he's been gone for a very long time? We all like to believe our own street is safe, but in December of 2022, a girl living in this house posted a series of clips from her Ring camera. It all happened around 3 in the morning. What she saw unsettled her so much that she posted this. The video went viral fast, racking up more than 32 million views. Plenty of users told her to go to the police immediately. The next day, she did report the incident to law enforcement. Officers came out and questioned both sides, but according to her, it didn't lead anywhere. What's worse is that the situation only got uglier from there. A few days later, the neighbors allegedly started harassing her and her family on a regular basis. They banged on her door at night, sometimes well after 1 in the morning. It's unknown whether the police told them who had filed the report, or whether they just saw the viral video online themselves. Here's the footage.
Ma'am, we are eating dinner right now, so if you could please stop knocking on the door.
I'm gonna have to call the police myself, and I'm gonna call my lawyer tomorrow. Cause this is unnecessary. I know it. And it's not. This is where it came from, right here. See, I'm here. I'm not rolled up in a plastic bag.
Yeah. I'm sure. That's a shame you don't have order.
The girl later stated the bag supposedly contained an ordinary carpet, but plenty of viewers still had doubts about that version. Meanwhile, no official confirmation from the police about what was inside that bag ever appeared. Sometime later, she posted one final update. She said she wasn't in any danger, and that she was now leaning toward the carpet theory herself. After the video blew up, she had to shut down all of her social media pages. She also said she started receiving numerous threats and no longer feels safe leaving the house. On top of that, because of possible legal restrictions, she couldn't reveal any further details. All that's known is that the man caught on the recording was later arrested, though in a case unrelated to this one. This story still stirs up arguments to this day. Some are sure the camera caught a completely harmless everyday moment. Others think the neighbor's behavior and the circumstances of that night look far too suspicious to be a coincidence. So, what do you think that was? This is footage from a security camera installed in a kitchen. According to the homeowner, it all happened around 1 in the morning. The guy suddenly woke up hungry. Well, you know how that goes. So he decided to grab a little snack before crashing back into bed. There was nobody else in the house besides him. At least, he was absolutely sure of that. Watch closely. The guy admitted he'd never been so scared in his life. What doesn't add up is that there was no draft in the house, and no other obvious reason that could even remotely explain the way that box slides across the counter. Right then, he realized that a midnight snack is a bad idea, and he shot back to his little bed like a bullet. By morning, everything was fine, as if he'd simply dreamed the whole thing. So what was it? Some physical factor nobody noticed, or a stingy poltergeist who wasn't about to share the cereal? What do you think? Share your take in the comments. A TikTok creator named Emmy regularly posts warm family moments. Among her videos, you'll often find clips from a camera set up in the bedroom where she sleeps peacefully with her little ones. But the night of June 14th, 2026 turned out to be nothing like the others. While the mother and her kids were fast asleep, the motion sensor camera captured this. What's strange is that, according to Emmy, in all the time that camera has been in their bedroom, nothing like this had ever happened before. She asked the experts in the comments for help, but as you can imagine, there's still no agreement on it. Some are convinced it's something from the other side, others are looking for a more rational explanation and trying to calm Emmy down. Let's help her figure it out too. Write your theories in the comments. On November 3rd, 2024, a girl named Dana went to visit her family, who live above a restaurant on the second floor. Often, when she's over at their place, she has to stay alone in the apartment while her relatives are busy downstairs. And every time, Dana feels a little uneasy, as if there's someone else in there with her. One day, while doing her makeup, she heard some noises and decided to record everything on video. But that was a bad idea. Take a look.
Me puse a grabar porque estoy escuchando cosas. Entonces, el rímel. Me manché. Me manché un poco. Uy, quedaron súper bonitas. Abajo también. No entiendo por qué. ¿Por qué? No entendí. Mejor me hago rápido y ya me voy. Es que chicos, yo estoy sola. Voy a ir a ver. Voy a ir a ver. No hay nadie. Sí. La verdad no sé. No sé por qué es así, pero bueno, voy a acabarme de hacer rápido, pero
First come the strange sounds. Then her nose unexpectedly starts bleeding. Soon, she hears footsteps outside the door, opens it, and there's no one there. You'd think that would be the end of it. But this is where things get even creepier. While she's drying her hair, the real problem starts. Watch.
sí. La verdad no sé. No sé por qué es así, pero bueno, voy a acabarme de hacer rápido, pero el pelo. como que me voy así pegada porque la parte no sé.
The door handle starts turning on its own, and the door creaks open. Dana rushes out to see who's there, but just like before, she finds no one. Back inside the apartment, she hears even louder noises, and this time, they're coming from within. Scared out of her mind, she runs off terrified and decides never to come back. Viewers in the comments think that by opening that door, Dana may have let something in, and that's what explains the noise that frightened her. And a nosebleed during paranormal activity is supposed to be a really bad omen. I'll leave that one up to you to decide. We've all nodded off somewhere we shouldn't have, and at first glance, this is an ordinary security camera recording from a guard room, a night post, total silence, and a guard who, worn out after a long shift, dozed off right at his workplace. It seems like nothing strange could possibly happen, but that's exactly when the camera catches something deeply unsettling. What's disturbing is that the guard just keeps sleeping peacefully, not even reacting to the fact that his hat gets nearly knocked off his head. That's the part that gets under your skin, and it raises a ton of questions. Viewers are split, as always. Some are convinced the phenomenon is genuine. Others call it a classic of Asian horror videos. What's real and what isn't, everyone's going to decide that for themselves. The next short clip was uploaded to YouTube back in 2019. In the description, the guy said he heard strange sounds coming from the woods, grabbed his camera, and this is who he ran into. As you can see, a pale, human-like figure sprints past up ahead and vanishes into the trees almost instantly. What's strange is how fast it moves, and that movement split viewers into two camps. So was it an animal, a carefully planned prank, or something that actually deserves the name Rake? If you've ever caught something on camera that gave you chills, or if there's a haunted video out there you think deserves a spot in our next compilation, send it my way at mr.vokran@gmail.com. Now let's get back to it. A guy named Christopher was driving through the desert in one of the Arab countries with a friend, when out of nowhere, he spotted a strange figure in the distance. See it for yourself.
I think that's a German owner or whatever. Common owner or is it a man or is it a guy? It's a woman. You're a woman.
Getting closer, he realizes it's a woman, and she appears to be completely alone. After that, the recording cuts off, so we'll have to take the author's word for the rest. The guys decided to ask whether she needed help, but when Christopher turned the car around, the woman had seemingly vanished into thin air. What doesn't add up is that in a desert with no bushes and nowhere to hide, a disappearance like that seems simply impossible. And even if you assume they just drove past and didn't notice her, it's still unclear where she came from out there in the first place. Some believe they ran into an Arabian ghost. And what do you think it was? The last recording was made in the dead of night, at a gas station off the highway. According to the author, he stopped there for just a few minutes to fill up and take a short break, when he noticed something strange next to a parked logging truck. Watch closely. What's curious is that it was around 3 in the morning, with no houses anywhere nearby. He's sure something paranormal was caught on camera, but skeptics aren't buying it, even with how strange the movements look and how fast the thing moves. It was probably just kids, and what gave the footage all its mystery wasn't their behavior but, to put it mildly, the less than great camera quality, though as always, I'll let you draw your own conclusions. If these stories gave you chills, hit subscribe so you never miss the next one. Drop a comment below telling me which story creeped you out the most, and don't forget to like this video if you made it to the end. See you in the next one.